Well, Procter Gamble. Did your campaign about treating men like dirt by saying, all men are toxic and blah 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 in your campaign about toxic masculinity, was it worth you losing £8 billion in revenue? Absolutely not. Foremost, Procter & Gamble, you brought this all upon yourselves when you did that shit ass advertisement by explaining, male are toxic, blah 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 blah, and boys will be boys and all that lot. And the degradation you went into by demeaning and demonizing your male customers who've been with you since your very establishment to ended up being spat in the face. But you spent years and years and years grooming young boys into becoming men in order to shit down on them faces and call them toxic. What a shocker! You think that you can get away with scot-free, Procter & Gamble? Newsflash, you failed. Your advertisement for male masculinity failed. Now you're paying the ultimate price for all your majority of your loyal customers. Turn the back on you and buying another alternative of Shiv Vin care goods. Like they go into places like the shaving club sites and that, which they find them be treated as they validated and respected. But now your hubris and your shameful tactics and your ego got the best of you, and it backfired. With this article post, Procter & Gamble posts strong sales takes 8 billion Gillette right down. Coming from some organization called Reuters, Procter & Gamble CEO's PGN quarterly revenue and adjusted profit beat Wall Street expectation on Tuesday, sending shares to a record high. Even the world's #1 personal goods company took $8 billion charge on its Gillette shaving business. Procter & Gamble reported their net loss of $5.24 billion or $2.12 per billion per share for the quarter ended June the 30th, due to an $8 billion non-cash write-down of Gillette for the same period last year. Procter & Gamble's net worth income was $1.89 billion or 72% per share. Cincinnati-based Procter & Gamble, which operates in 80 countries, sells Gillette razors, gels and foams worldwide, and said the write-down was due to primarily currency fluctuations enduring strength in the US economy. In recent years has strengthened the dollar The charge was also driven by more competition over the past 3 years and shrinking market for blades and razors as customers has developed market shave less frequently. Net sales in the grooming business, which includes Gillette, has declined in 11 out of the last 12 quarters. Are you goddamn surprised of the disdain you caused on your male customers by coming up with a half-ass ad campaign degrading men, calling men toxic by using left-wing leaning channels like the Young Turks to front the campaign? Are you goddamn surprised, Procter & Gamble, that many people have voted with their wallets and spoke vocally about not gonna buy any of your goods? So I'm gonna take their customs and loyalties elsewhere. Me, quite personally, Procter & Gamble, you played your hand. Congratulations. Now you're paying the ultimate price for your stupidity. I hope to God every minute of that shitty ass male masculinity campaign was worth every single penny you put into the production cost of the campaign. You thought you could get away with it, Procter & Gamble? Guess what? You did not. Now you took a beating. Now you're paying the ultimate price for it. It goes on to continue. Initial carrying values for Gillette were established nearly 14 years ago. In 2005, new competitors have entered. The prices below the category average. Chief Financial Officer Joe Moeller said on an earnings call, Procter & Gamble paid $57 billion in 2005 for Gillette, the world's #1 shaving brand that is more than a century old. But in the 2010s, technology altered the way consumers purchase razors and relaxed social norms, prompted men to shave less often, according to a Euromonitor report. In the past 5 years, the United States men's markets for shaving products has shrunk by over 11%, the data firm said. For a graphic click, said Link. Procter & Gamble have been cutting prices and investing in new products as its grooming business, hoping to claw back market share from upstart shaving brands like the $1 shaving club and whatever, bought by rivals such as Unlevelers, Dollar Shave Club and Edgewell Personal Care Products. Recent acquisition of Harry's. For instance, Procter & Gamble recently launched a razor called Skin Guard, designed for men with sensitive skin prone to irritation. But now men won't even touch that because apparently men are toxic, according to Procter & Gamble and to their advertising agencies who greenlit the campaign and made the campaign, are now gonna call to question of their stupidity. And it's time for people to call to action and put these companies to task, saying we're not going to stand for this stupidity no more. We should be respected as your loyal customers, as we've been since when our parents brought us up into the world of your products, where many adults today used to get your products as Christmas stocking fillers and all that lot, but now they're shamefully to look at your brand the same way ever again. But at one time, Procter & Gamble, you used to pride on your image, like Gillette, the best of men they can get, with the wonderful campaign you've put in the late 80s with the nice feeling jingle, and showing all the men that as all they could be today. And that permeates through the development of men ever since. But since your stupid campaign demonizing men as toxic, now you're going to pay the ultimate price. Are you surprised, Procter & Gamble? Me, quite personally, no. It is shocking and degrading beyond belief. Continue. Procter & Gamble has signaled to analysis for some time that might to write down Gillette, given the market issues. Is the charge is just an accounting expression of what we knew was happening to the businesses. Bernstein analyst Ali Dibaji said. Excluding items, the company earned 1.10 billion per share, beating the average analyst estimate of 1.5 million, should I say, as strong demand for SK/2 and Olay beauty products drove Procter & Gamble's organic sales up by 7%. Price hikes contributed 3 percentage points to organic sales growth, and when the closely watched metric, which excludes items like acquisitions, divestitures, and currency, affects organic sales for all 10 of Procter & Gamble's global categories grew. Sales rose nearly 5% to a record high of 1.21.76 before paring gains to 42% at midday. Procter & Gamble, like other consumer goods companies, have been raising prices on many of its products to tackle soaring freight and raw material costs that have dented margins. Organic sales in Procter & Gamble's beauty businesses rose 8%, boosted by demand for its super premium SK2 brand and oily skin products in the fabric and home care unit. The company's biggest business, which sells Tide detergent and Febreze air fresheners, organic sales climbed to 10%. Expectations were creeping higher into the point, but Procter & Gamble far exceeded even most optimistic expectations. Wells Fargo's analyst Bonnie Herzog says that adding that Procter & Gamble's organic sales growth to 77% which was the strongest in 13 years. The company's net sales rose 3.6%, 17.9 billion in the fourth quarter, beating average net beaten on a list average estimate of 16.8 billion according to IBIS data from Refinitiv. But it seemed to me that your advertising campaign of degrading men as toxic backfired. Are you surprised, Gillette? Me, quite personally, I am not. So it goes to show the common stupidity that these companies do in order to get away with it. And now, because of it, these companies are now paying the ultimate price by the loyal customers that are turning their backs against on these companies that built the very foundations of how the companies became and loved throughout generations. But now most of the center people have turned their back on buying the Gillette and any kind of associated products with the Procter and Gamble logo on it, because this whole point of being feared by being called toxic. But that is the worrying statistic of how not to piss off your customer base and expect to get away with it. And that's all I have to say on this entire sordid matter. And don't forget to follow me on social media. All the social media links will be provided in the description box below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe in order to be notified. Click the notification button, because YouTube's algorithm don't always send the notifications to subscribers. It helps great dearly. And until then, this is me, Frankie, croft, smales. Thank you for watching, wherever you are in the world. Have a great day, evening, morning, and whatever, and stay safe and fairly well. May the force be with you, and in the immortal words of Stanley, Excelsior.